Okay, so now we are ready to finish coding this project. Let's take a look at what we want it to do. First of all, of course, I want you to imagine that all of my truths and lie are covered with a description like this. And then when we hit play, my picture says hello world, which we coded earlier. And then when I click on the description, it plays the buzzer sound that we added earlier and then reveals that that is actually the truth. Got it? Let's get started. So what we have here is something called pseudocode. We're going to talk about pseudocode a lot this semester. Pseudo is a prefix that basically means fake, and code means code or programming. And pseudocode is something that programmers use all the time when they're planning out what they want a program to do. It helps you break up a big idea into its tiny little parts so that you can instruct the computer what you want it to do. Okay, so this is our pseudocode for our very simple 3 truths and a lie program. First of all, for each description, when the program itself starts, we want to make sure that that description is showing, it's visible, so that all the answers are covered up. So when the program starts, when that event happens, we want to show the description. And then that description isn't going to do anything until another event happens, and that's when the description is clicked. And when that description is clicked, we want the description to play the sound and then hide so that the correct answer is revealed. Ready? Let's get started. So here we are back at Tinker, and the very first thing that we want to do is make sure that we are coding the correct actor. Each one of these actors down here can be clicked on, and you can see what code currently applies to them. Like right here in my photo, when I click on it, you can see that my hello world code is in that picture. That makes it run and say hello world as soon as we run the program. All of the other actors don't have any code in them at all, and we're about to change that. The actors that we want to code are the descriptions, and the only one that I have in my sample here is the guitar. So I'm going to click on the guitar. I'm going to make sure that that is selected. Okay. Now, according to our pseudocode, we have our first event is when the program starts. And when the program starts, we want to make sure that this actor is visible. It is showing. So I'm going to make sure that my events tab is selected, and I'm going to choose the event on start. Right here, drag that out into my coding canvas. And when the program starts, we want the description to be visible. We want it to show. Now that is inside the looks palette. So I'm going to click on looks, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to visibility. And one of my blocks there is show. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to connect it to my start block. So now we have a little bit of code that says when the program starts, make sure this is showing. Okay, good enough. Now, according to our pseudocode, our next event is when the description is clicked. We want it to do 2 things. We want it to play a sound and then hide the description. So I'm going to go back to Tinker, back to my events tab, and I'm going to find an event block that indicates that it's going to do something when the actor is clicked. And right here, the second one down, when actor clicked, looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to drag when actor clicked back out onto my canvas. The first thing we wanted to do is play a sound. Sounds are controlled from the sound palette right here. So I click on the sound tab. We want it to, second section down is sounds. I'm going to grab just play sound, which is the second block, play sound. And because we've already attached a sound to this actor, I'm going to click in the white box and select hockey buzzer. We want to play the sound hockey buzzer, and then we want to hide the actor. So we're going to go back to the looks palette, scroll back down to visibility, grab hide, and connect it into our code right there. Now, when you get good and you know what you're looking for, you could use your search bar right up here where it says search for code blocks. If I knew I was looking for hide, I could just type in hide, and it would pull it up there for me, which is a fantastic way to find your code blocks when you know what you're looking for. All right, well, let's test our code now. I'm going to maximize our screen here, and let's play. I say hello world, and then click on the description. Perfect. Now your job, of course, is to go through and make sure you code up all of the descriptions in your project, and then you should be ready to go.